get started. Good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer. I forgot to point to my award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6- and 7-figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you, entrepreneurs and small business owners who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first 6 figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. That's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the details of the journey, but just know I am living my best life and working my best business currently in Mexico, okay? Now, Blog Talk has been released for today. It all starts with the blog. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/AI. So we've been talking about AI for small business all week long. I'm telling you, if you missed this week and you don't know how to use AI in your little small business, okay, then I need you to make it your little small business to get these replays, okay? So Monday, well, let me tell you why we're talking about AI, okay? Because I'm immersed in a society, in masterminds and in business, as I should be as a chief operating officer, right? I should be on the cutting edge of business. And I gather with people who are also on the cutting edge of business, who study business, who are always trying to improve business. And so we're already into AI, right? We're already into AI. We're using it. We know how important it is, all the things. But what I understand is a lot of you don't really know a lot about AI. You might be hearing pieces of it. You might even think ChatGPT is all there is to AI, but it's not. So, you know, it's my job to bring you things and make it make sense so that you can apply it, right? That's my job. So I'm on my job. And this week, what I'm doing is introducing you to AI in a way that is impactful for you. We are using your client journey, okay? A service-based client journey has 6 basic phases. You have your awareness phase, your inquiry phase, your purchase phase, your onboarding phase, your service phase, and your offboarding phase. Those are the 6 in order, okay? And what we know is everything that you do for your business, when you don't know where to start with your client journey. Okay, that's always going to be the most impactful. People tell you, oh, you need to have SOPs, standard operating procedures for your business. You need to have processes and systems. And you're like, well, shit, I don't know where to start. Client journey. Okay, you need to have a better customer experience. You need to stand out. Where do you start? Your client journey. All right. So with AI, where are we starting? Client journey. All right. So Monday, we did phase 1. The awareness phase, and phase 2, their inquiry phase. We went through that phase and told you what AI tools could possibly help, okay? So go to Monday's replay. Tuesday, we went to the purchase phase and the onboarding phase, and guess what? I even shared, y'all can thank Teray, one of my onboarding documents that I use because onboarding is important and a lot of you are skipping it, okay? So go to Tuesday's replay, all right? Yesterday, we talked about actually servicing. Now, the thing about servicing is I don't care who you are. If you have a service-based business, you ain't skipping the service phase, because if you're skipping the service phase, that means you ain't getting paid, right? So most of you may not have the other phases, except for you probably are accepting payment and you go straight to the service, right? You don't know anything about structure. You don't necessarily have the business acumen to create your own structure. Again, to create structure, start with your client journey. However, what I know is if you don't have any structure, you're still in the servicing phase. You need to go to yesterday's replay. We shared some AI that can help you in the servicing phase. But another thing that we did is there is something that was just released a couple of weeks ago. And I showed you ladies how to use that thing. Okay. It's in ChatGPT and they're called GPTs, which means you can create your own specific AIs within ChatGPT, like little team members. Okay. For your business. And I showed you exactly how to make one on yesterday. Go get that replay. All right. Now, today what we're talking about is the final phase, and that is your offboarding phase. Good morning, Keith Munn over there on the Facebook page. Keith, make sure you're in the group because soon as Facebook fixes this, our morning show will no longer come to the Facebook page because it is supposed to be exclusive to our private community. So Keith, make sure that you're in the private community. I'm going to share the link with you. at some point, maybe not right now, because I feel like if I hit reply, it's going to have an echo or something. But I'll get that to you, Keith. But make sure that you're able to watch from the group because you've been participating all week and we don't want to lose you. All right, guys. So offboarding. Offboarding is one of those phases that y'all are skipping. And the blowback from that is people don't know when their service has stopped, right? You don't have an official stop. And so what happens is they continue to ask you questions. They continue to wait for new things from you. They come to you to fix stuff that went wrong, right? They keep coming to you for free because they don't know that their service has ended. Okay, so offboarding is just as important as onboarding. Onboarding gets them ready for the service. Offboarding helps them to understand how to use the service, helps them to know that the service is officially over, lets them know how they can come back and pay you to work with you, all the things. That's why offboarding is important, okay? But it also gives you the opportunity to get feedback, okay? The service is over, get feedback about how the service went, how the phases to get to the end of the service went, right? What could have been better? What was great, right? And it gets you the opportunity to get a testimonial. Now, testimonials are like money in the bank. This is what we use on our sales pages, on our websites, during our webinars, all types of things, because it is social proof that we know how to do what we say we know how to do, okay? Now, let me explain to you how important it is in case you missed it. People will give you money if you have proof that you can do what you say you can do. And that has outranked people with professional credentials. Did you know that? I am a chief operating officer, a damn good one, with a bunch of social proof and high-level clients. I do not have an MBA. I have an associate's degree from a technical college in paralegal studies. But I am so goddamn good at what I do that people would come and tell me, this is what you did for me. And when I share that with y'all don't worry about that I don't have an MBA. And I bet you didn't even know what degree I had at all. Yes, it was an associate's degree from a technical college for paralegal studies. Why? Because y'all know I'm a strategy person. I already knew that's the least that I had to do and pay the least to get the most money. So I wasn't just a paralegal. I was a six-figure paralegal. Hey, I made that thing work like it worked, right? But y'all be so busy worrying about, let me get one more certification. Let me go get one more degree. Let me go take one more workshop, one more this, one more that, about your own expertise. If you are good at what you do and you can bring about the transformation that you sell, if you use social proof, people will give you money. Okay? That's how important this offboarding phase is. Y'all are skipping opportunities to make more money because otherwise you look like anybody else that just started doing it. Right? So you want to build that like, know, and trust that makes people give you the money? Have some testimonials. Okay? Nobody is perfect, so you should always be getting feedback. Right? I'm not perfect. I'm always asking questions and I'm always changing processes and procedures and ways to do things so that the output is better. You don't have to be perfect. You're human. You're never going to be perfect. But if you make a mistake, you need to make people whole from whatever mistake that you made. But you can't make them whole if you don't have the feedback to do that. Okay? So this is why this phase is so important. It can make your business better and it can bring in more money. All right? So let's get to the point. Let's talk about a little AI that can help you out. Okay? So basically what I did was I found AI to help you get feedback and AI to help you with getting some testimonials. Now, I purposely did a very short list for today because now I want you to go out and search your own AI. I've given you long lists. I've gotten you started. Now it's your turn. It can be overwhelming to look at this whole list. By the way, you need to see the list at shaycannon.com/AI because you may not remember all the lists from all week. Somebody said yesterday they're going to print the list. Maybe you need to print it, okay? But my point about this is I want you guys to remember, only you know the strengths and weaknesses of your own business, okay? Only you know the tasks that you want to keep and the tasks that you want to delegate or that you need help and support with. So I need you to look at your own business, take that client journey and decide what AI do you need. And you may need an AI that is not on this list. So I want you to go and find it, okay? All you got to do is Google AI tool for AI tool that does, AI tool that helps with, okay? And if all else fails, go ahead and ask my boyfriend. I don't care if y'all talk to him. He'll talk back to your Chat GPT, okay? Ask Chat GPT what tools are out there, all right? But let me give you this short list, and then we're going to start our discussion. So the short list is client feedback AI tools. I got Qualtrics, Qualtrics, and it is an AI for experience management and feedback analysis. Okay, so check that one out. We got Survey Monkey. You guys may have heard of that, but they have added AI in there to help you not only get the feedback, but to get survey analysis. Okay. Medallia, it is AI powered experience management. Check out these things. Okay. Get feedback, let it help you analyze the feedback and come up with some ways to maximize the feedback. All right. We got Clara Bridge was the last one, and it is for customer feedback and sentiment analysis. Then we're going to go into Churn Zero. Churn Zero. Now, if you don't know what churn is, that is clients leaving you, okay? Over and over again. That's your churn rate, okay? And so what Churn Zero does is it's a churn prediction and customer retention tool. Who don't need that? Who don't need customer retention? Some of y'all are so busy focusing on marketing to get new clients, you're not doing your current clients right. So guess what you got? A high churn rate, okay? We want to service the clients that we have well, as well as handle the capacity for new clients. That's the goal, right? All right, let's get some testimonials. You got BombBomb, okay? BOMB, BOMB. And it specializes in video email marketing, allowing users to record and send video messages directly through email. Okay, directly through email. Send them that link, let them do that video, and they can send it back to you in email, okay? The most popular one out right now is called Bonjoro, Bonjoro, okay? Personalized video messaging service primarily used for customer engagement, onboarding, and relationship building, okay? So those are some AIs to help you with your offboarding phase, okay? Now, what I want to know from the ladies is, what is your offboarding phase? I don't even want to know what AI can help you with, because I just want to know, what is your offboarding phase? And if you don't have one, just tell me it will be this, that, the other, right? Because what I want you to start doing and thinking about is, how do I offboard people in a way that helps them to know that the service has officially ended, okay? Lets them know how to work with me again in the future, and maybe even give tips on when they should call on you again, right? For example, I do strategy sessions. My strategy sessions yields a blueprint. Well, those blueprints don't work forever, right? They expire because things have happened in the business. So 3 months, 6 months, they should get an email that says, hey, how's your blueprint going? If it's time for another one and you've had major changes in your business, you know what I'm saying? It may be time for another blueprint. All right? Y'all missing business with this offboarding. Okay, so officially know the end of the service, okay? Know how to work with you again, all right? I want you to get feedback, and I want you to get testimonials, okay? 4 prime things that you're going to do in your offboarding service. So now I want to know, what do you guys' offboarding look like? I'm going to start from the bottom and come up. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay, we know Kimberly is at work. So Kimberly, put yours in the chat. Keith Munn, if you still with us over there on the Facebook page, put yours in the comments, please. Let's check the group. Is anybody talking to us in the group? Let's see. Y'all see I'm stalling and giving y'all time. Okay, let me see. Anybody in the group talking? I refreshed. I don't see anybody. Let me refresh the page, make sure nobody's still talking, because y'all know Zuckerberg and me not getting along these days. He be blocking like a baby crying at night. He just be blocking. All right. So Kimberly, put yours in the comments, and then we'll start with Tracy. Tracy, tell the people what your service is and what your offboarding phase is going to look like.
Good morning. My service is coaching, financial well-being coaching. And my offboarding is, well, in the beginning, they know their steps and how many meetings they get. And at the last meeting, I send them an email and a letter to let them know, hey, this was your last service. This is what you accomplished. Thank you for working with me. How was it for you? Was there anything else that you felt that we should have gone over? And would you like to start with the next section? And let me know what you feel about working
I
with
love that. Did y'all hear what Tracy introduced? She told them what they accomplished together. Did y'all hear that? Now, y'all should be, we talked about doing the servicing phase that you should be doing that all along, right? Summarizing your notes, reporting back weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, depends on how long your service is. But Tracy is reminding them of everything they were able to accomplish in using her service as a part of her offboarding. Gold, Gold, okay? Gold, platinum. All right. Dr. LaFera, tell the people what your service is and what your offboarding phase is going to look like.
I'm a physician who, I'm a physician and a corporate wellness speaker and founder of LaFair & Co. Wellness and Beauty. And I help ambitious women who are stressed and low on energy to look and feel their best so they get the beauty, body, and balance they desire. And my products are magnetic lashes that are non-toxic, anti-aging skincare, and physician formulated supplements, as well as digital products. And so I was listening to what you said. So I basically have two different paths. So one is product side. Second is product side, but it leads to like service based because that's what they're asking for. But so for the last, no, my offboarding was emails primarily. Like, okay, they get a series of emails and like, okay, and then they got an ebook to tell them how to use the product. But I don't think that most of them even went through the ebook. So I need a way to, hold them to accountable to that. And so that looks like me sending them, multiple emails and saying, did you see it? Like, look at it. To make sure that they even are going through, the process so they have success. And then I like the AI you mentioned about like getting the feedback and testimonials, because then I manually have to go back and like send stuff and say, hey, like, get testimonials and follow-ups. And sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And so then the second wing of it that I'm starting out with introducing like the collagen, it's going to help them to have energy, which is going to give them things like better sex and, better relationships and all that stuff, and help them to age well. I'm going to, when we're done, ask them like how their health metrics change, like to rank like where they are in their energy level. And then like the lady before me said, so a document will show them like where they were when they started and then where they are now. And then I like, what else should we have gone over? And to schedule your next session. So those are some things that I could use the AI for.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Dr. LaFera. Demetra, tell the people what your business is and tell them what your offboarding process is.
Good morning, everyone. My Tutor Helps Me Educational Services. I provide tutoring for students in reading and writing, as well as special education services for families. So I have several offboarding processes. So after the assessment is done and we have the consultation of the results, the parents, the families still have to make that final decision as to whether or not sometimes really they can afford the services. So if it is a point that they are unable to afford, I give them, some tips that they can do to help their child at home, but always reminding them at the same time that you've already noted that you're not getting the support that you need from the schools, so you're still going to need some type of assistance. Sometimes the onboarding is that we're not a good match. That child doesn't want the tutoring. I'm not going to be in there battling, for somebody who doesn't want help. So I need to, again, give some suggestions to the families and then, move on from that. For the families that have gone through the signature program, which is in 12-week increments, I always have to remember that at any given time, they may need to stop their services because of for whatever reason. So after each tutoring session, they're getting progress notes. Okay, so that can be a form of um, look how much progress your child has made. And if you are considering offboarding, what is going to be if you're considering leaving, what is going to be your process to make sure that your child is still learning? Okay, so I'm always ending that progress note with some thought-provoking question that they can easily respond to so that I can get a testimony at any given time.
Yes.
Okay. And then just recently, I had a mom who has 2 kids who been tutoring with me, and they were just supposed to be there for the summer, but they had to officially end it because of financial reasons. So the onboarding process for them was I gave the final assessment, and which was a comparison from the beginning. She saw all the growth in a chart form and anecdotal notes. And okay, yeah, so she saw the growth, and I left a thought-provoking question in the email that she responded, and it can be used as a testimony. However, at the same time, I'm making sure that I am now creating products to help these families out. So when they have that financial crunch, that there is some service that's still going to be available through me at a lower cost. And I hope to have that out actually by the end of the holiday season. So they can go into the new year with others' perspectives to help their kids.
Love that. Love that. And don't skip the opportunity to help them with support materials so that even if they are just offboarding from your service naturally, they have something to help them keep the skill up. So that could be a digital product too.
Yeah, I do have something, but they have like another 30 days access to it because if I use all my seats, any new people coming in won't be able to use it. So, but you're correct. Thank you, Shay.
It could be a digital product though. It could be in PDF form. It doesn't have to be access to your system. I would cut that and give them some kind of digital product instead. Just something like a guideline or something. And in that guideline, help them to understand when they need to come back, right?
Okay, thank you.
No problem, no problem. I want to shout out my brother who's liking the Facebook page and the group. Hey, Ashani, I miss you, love you. All right, let's get back to work. So, Dewana, tell the people what your service is and tell us what your offboarding phase looks like.
So my service is restorative health coaching and meal prep. So it's a metabolic reset through diet. Most of my clients come in on a 90-day program. So when they come in, we have already set the goals and everything. I have clients that have stayed on past 90 days because my food is just so good. But those that leave, what we've talked about is how their metabolic system, how their metabolism has changed, have their numbers changed, and have they lost any weight? And then I have a lot of clients that actually come back after the 90 days. So I do have some clients, those are the ones that just stay on there like, no, I need you to keep cooking for me. So, but I do need to actually beef up my offboarding process. So I'm learning actually what Tracy said was gold. You are absolutely right to just dig a little deeper. And that'll help me to get some more clients back because I don't necessarily want them to leave, but I want to enable them to be able to help themselves. I'm not trying to, empower them. I don't want to enable them to just be, needing somebody to help them. When you need to help yourself, you need to help yourself.
Love it.
And that's my goal.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Before we go to Heather, Kimberly said, would this be follow emails thanking them for purchase and or offering additional tips, products, or foot care? She's talking about her product line. And so, Kimberly, it could be. In fact, that's something I was going to say, like another part of your offboarding phase is a nurturing sequence, right? To remind them that your service is still there. Because when you offboard, you're letting them know when to come back, but they might forget. They forget about you. So do you have them in a nurturing sequence that is especially for them having been a client before, not just your regular newsletter, right? Do you have something that's specifically for where they are in your funnel? Okay, they're bottom of funnel. They have experienced your service and they know that you're an expert, right? So they should be getting emails that speak to that. All right, cool beans. Keith Munn over on the Facebook page said, I start by organizing all project files neatly. Keep in mind, Keith Munn is a graphic designer. He has a graphic design agency. I start by organizing all project files neatly, making sure they are labeled and structured logically. This includes source files, exported assets, and any relevant documentation. If the project involves a specific visual identity, I create a comprehensive style guide that outlines color codes, font choices, spacing, and other design elements. This serves as a reference for consistent future use. Look at this shit, y'all. Keep on it, okay? I'm not even done. It's like 4 more paragraphs. Next, I compile a detailed list of all assets and deliverables, ensuring that the client has access to everything they need for ongoing use and future modifications. This may involve creating a zip file with high resolution images, vector files, and any other formats required. Jesus. Okay. For a smooth transition, I schedule a final meeting or call to walk the client through the project, addressing any questions they may have. This is also an opportunity to discuss potential future collaboration or additional design needs. Expressing gratitude for the collaboration is crucial. I may send a thank you email acknowledging the client's input and expressing my pleasure in working together. This helps maintain a positive relationship for potential future projects and referrals. Finally, if applicable, I securely transfer any project-related accounts or access credentials and ensure that the client is aware of the process for obtaining support and future assistance. He done gave a damn masterclass on offboarding over here. Now, this is on the Facebook page, y'all. It's not in the group. Thank you, Keith Munn. Now, let me tell you what I love about Keith. It is so detailed. He has thought about his client journey. He has thought about all the 4 core things of an offboarding phase. Keith, one thing I will add is with your cloud storage, I need you to give them an expiration date to download that stuff, because what we know is cloud storage can start costing money. And when you start storing all those high resolution images and vector files and all that good stuff. So let them know that there's an expiration date for them to download them and that there will be an administrative fee if they come back and need them again. And that's if you have them. Because the next thing I want you to do is I want you to have a rotation where you are dumping that stuff and deleting that stuff, okay? Because file storage costs money. And then what they're going to have to do is pay you to do it again. Pay you to do it again. And it's fair, right? So when I do anything that's file related, depending on how expensive the files created were, you might get 7 days. You might get 14 days. You might get 60 days. You might get 90 days, right? And I let you know after that time, don't expect us to have it. But if you come back and ask us and we actually do have it, there's an administrative fee. I do not want them relying on me to keep their stuff. And I don't want them relying on you to keep their stuff because that costs us money. Okay. Now we scared to delete stuff because we didn't tell the folks we ain't gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't want to look like a company that done did them wrong because they paid all this money. So just make sure you add that, Keith, in, and your stuff is perfect. Thank you, Keith. All right. Look, I'm sorry he went before you, Heather, because he knocked it out the park. My bad, Heather. Tell the people what your service is and what does your offboarding phase look like?
I'm just gonna plead the fifth.
I know, right? But no. My bad. See, I waited till I started talking to click it. It was like see more, and I didn't know. I didn't know Keith was out here rock starring out this offboarding phase. My bad.
Well, damn. Okay. Hi, everyone. So Heather Ostiambi from Pens and Proof Editing Services. I can help you start and finish your book in 8 weeks and then edit it for you too. Wow, that was really short. I really should just do that from now on. Okay.
Feel free to check the replay and write it
down. So offboarding the first round, and Trey can attest to this, was crap. And now it was, I mean, let's just be honest. The second round, however, was much better. I sent an email. I let them know we're done. Like the program has ended. But that I would meet with them one last time, one-on-one, to go over like where they are with their book, that sort of thing, and then discuss editing with them. And that really worked well. So, but I know that it needs to be more comprehensive. So the notes I'm actually oh, excuse me, I'm making a GPT right now.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, while you were talking, I was like, oh shit. So I'm making one now that takes into all of these things, right? That understands the service has ended, next steps, additional ways to work with me, asking for feedback. And then what Tracy said too is like making note that authors should be really proud of themselves, right? Like writing a book and getting it done is no joke. It takes a lot of stamina. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy, physical and mental, to get your book written. People don't think it's physical energy, but it really is. And so, they should really be proud of that. And then, saying that we'll schedule a last Zoom call so that I can get that video testimonial. So,
oh, I love that. I love that. I think one thing I would add to yours is if they don't go with your service as an editor, I would give them guidelines on how to pick a great like what the editor should be doing for them, right?
Oh, good idea.
Because what we know is a lot of people mistake proofreading as book editing.
Right.
And so your auntie that's been an English teacher for 40 years is not a book editor.
Nope.
Yes, she has a command of the English language, but she doesn't know what needs to be in your book for your book to sell and for you to get good reviews. There's a difference. And so I think you need to press that.
Okay.
And that's about all I got. So congratulations on your offboarding phase.
Thank you.
To Ray, who helped Heather with her offboarding phase, tell the people what your service will be when you get this best-selling book out, and what your offboarding phase will look like for that service.
Good morning, ladies. I am a dating coach. I help women by giving them tips, dating tips for them to those women who want to be married. So I'm going to do all the things that Shay said I should do. But what I want to do is whenever they complete these, whatever it is, the book, the course, whatever, I want to celebrate them publicly and I want to get a testimonial. I don't know what it is about our humanness to want to be acknowledged in front of people.
Yes.
It's not just kids. So I'm going to celebrate them publicly. I don't want to ask them or invite them, to call me if they need anything else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assume the sale, because if they completed this phase, I'm just going to automatically move them into the next phase, and then they can choose to participate. But I want to move them into another phase, like a transition, like a graduation type thing. You've completed this, you know what I mean? You are whatever. And then I want to give them a name, like that group of people. You know what I mean? You just complete this 10 people. This is the name. I created another group for this name because we're going to talk about different things than those people who did not. But I'm going to still leave them in the other group because the people who haven't gone through the group will look up to the people who have completed it, especially the ones who got engaged and got married. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to leave them in that group. That name will confirm what they have accomplished. Then I will, it'll give them a type of VIP status, a leadership role. People will look to them whenever they make comments and give answers in the initial group. People will look to, well, she's been in the class. Well, she got engaged. She was, this, that, and the other.
Yes.
And I will identify them at future events. So if I decide to have a retreat, they'll have a special different colored lanyard or a pin to let people know that, not only did I complete the thing, but I'm engaged. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I'll automatically make them leaders in workshop situations. You know what I mean? Whenever we go into, break up into groups and stuff. And then I will give them discounts and perks and exclusive offers and events just for that. So it's offboarding. but I'm pushing them into another, you know what I mean? They have, you know what I mean? Go from one phase to one, you know what I mean? So if that makes any sense. Because I don't want to.
I love it when you push me into the next phase of what I'm going to talk about. I love it when you do that, Teray. So y'all need to watch this replay. And between what Keith said and what Teray said, great. And some of the stuff Demetra said, great stuff, y'all. Okay, so Teray, you preempted me, but there is this documentary on Netflix right now about twin flames. And it's a documentary that has a negative connotation because they were basically creating a cult. But let me tell you why I watch those cult type documentaries, because I have seen very few people like a cult that can create a tribe, right? And so you need to see, what is it about the cult that made people want to join and stay, sometimes even to their detriment. Now, it don't mean you create a cult, okay? It means that you create a community, okay? And you actually give them the transformation that you promised. That's what's going to make yours not the cult, okay? But you can learn from those things, because I want you, Teray, to watch the one about the twin flames, because people are out here looking for love to their detriment. And I'm not going to even give away about that documentary, but some of the things that you're saying was what I was going to suggest, and that's some of the things that they were doing, right? As far as the people who seem to have promised, we make you leaders, and this, you know what I'm saying? They did all of that. So you're definitely on the right track. What Shawana can attest to is, in my level 1 course, in the beta version, they actually had a graduation, right? And so, as Teray said, people love to be acknowledged. If they have gone through your process, they deserve to be acknowledged. Okay? They deserve to be acknowledged. They have invested in themselves through you. Why not acknowledge them? Okay? So that's definitely a great thing to add to the process. Did anybody have any questions before I go giving more suggestions? All right. So the next thing I want to tell you about is product-based businesses. Dr. LaFera, Kimberly, what I'm about to embark on for Dr. Joffrey and his Shield vitamins is we're about to embark on a campaign that's a UGC campaign, user-generated content. Right? What better testimonials than somebody taking a picture with your product? It's easier for y'all than it is for us service-based businesses, right? We have to get them on video and they have to speak it. They can't just snap a picture. Look, what they gonna snap a picture with? I don't know. Our course in the background, I don't know. But anyway, it's easier for y'all with products, right? So what we're about to embark on is a user-generated content campaign called I Am Shield Strong, so that people who have bought the vitamins can send in us pictures or videos saying they are Shield Strong, so that we can get more user-generated content to put out there as social proof. So that's something that you guys can do. So if you missed the opportunity on your offboarding, go back, create a campaign, invite anybody who has ever bought your stuff to come in with a video, come in with a picture, okay? How I did it as a service-based business, and y'all might have seen it. It was either at the top of this month or sometime last month. I put up a post, and I decided I'm gonna put a post up like that every now and then, maybe once a quarter. And it said, if I've ever helped you in your business, put it in the comments. Right? And people came in, people I forgot about then came in. It was like, you already know. You the reason why, you know what I'm saying? That's your UGC. That's your social proof. All right? When it comes to feedback, with all those people you have serviced and got transformations for, and you didn't have an offboarding phase, that's okay. Invite them to a coffee chat, right? Let them know that you just want to invite them as a group. When I did it, I actually paid for their coffee. If they stayed to the end, I paid for their coffee. I just cash apped them $8, okay? But I did a coffee chat, and basically what I did was I wanted to see how they were doing. It was on Zoom. It was recorded. I wanted to see how did I help them, how did it work out for them, and I presented them with my current program, right, and pitched them the current program. So you see, that $8 is really coming out your marketing budget, okay? Another thing, like we said, is we have a nurturing sequence. After you offboard them, you need to have a nurturing sequence for them that triggers for their particular journey, right? So if I'm offboarding Teray today, at the end of our meeting, I'm going to then switch her over in my system to hit that nurturing sequence so that it knows in 3 months to ask her how her blueprint is doing, in 6 months saying, hey, your stuff, even if it's going well, we need to talk about it, right? In a year, hey, it's annual planning time. You see what I'm saying? So you need to have those nurturing sequences. Any questions, y'all? This has been a great week. And this is another great replay to put under your belt. Refer back to time and time again. Oh, y'all ain't got no questions. Well, let me go into these announcements then. Next week, I'm out all week for the Thanksgiving holiday. Uh-oh, Shawana, what you saying? What you saying, Shawana?
No, I just wanted to, say, hey, happy Thursday to everybody. But you did. I love everything that everybody said. Part of what I do, you already know. Let me see. It's hot yoga day.
Okay.
Is that I really do work hard to get you to the video because of what I represent. Oh, I gotta let y'all see my shirt. Can y'all see my shirt?
What did shirt say? What that shirt say?
You see that? You see? Okay. Y'all
see loving it.
Okay.
Loving it.
I get you back to the video. It's all about the video, because right there in the midst of it, we have that. I don't care if it's 2 or 3 minutes, and I pull myself off screen. I don't care how you looking. And I am recording whatever it is that you are saying. So then I take that information, and y'all know that's the proof right there. Because I can take that, and we already know, turn it into text and all of that good stuff. But video is gold, people. Video is gold. Those typed information and things that they send you by way of text is beautiful. But video.
I love it. Thank you, Shawana. Look, Shawana said, you're not going to forget about me. Shawana,
no. I was quiet.
Look, Shawana, you came in late. I didn't know if you had heard it. I wasn't going to put you on the spot.
No. You said church announcement. As soon as you went into I'm about to get my church announcements before we had a benediction.
I love it. Thank you, Shawana. I'm so weak. Okay, so we out next week for the holiday, y'all. So we won't be back until, what is Monday, the last week, the 27th. Okay. So we're out for Thanksgiving. We'll be back on the 27th. I should have done my annual planning by then and have surprises for y'all for going into December. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Did I have any other announcements for y'all? Facebook is still broke, y'all. But what I have done is I have changed the captions to keep the trolls away. So the caption that goes to the Facebook page no longer includes the link. But then when I share it into the group and add everyone, that one in the group that is the share has the link. I'm still using the old link, even though I created a new one. I never created the events that show the new one. So we're going to ride out November with this link, but come December, we'll do it like we used to do it, which is have our events set up in the group with the link. That's the new link. So I'm not that worried about the trolls having this old link. But we're doing our troll control as best that we can. But hey, Mama, we made it.
Hey, Dr. LaFera has a question.
I see it. She said after the announcements, though. So, okay. Dr. LaFera, you're on. What is your question?
Thank you, Teray. Thank you. So, do you like what I said about like how I'm taking my product and sending it over to a like a service-based portion, since I've been resistant to that for a couple of years? But do you like what I said about how I want to do that? Maybe like in an email sequence or something like that, or taking them from that product, from the collagen and like the ebook with the recipes to like maybe a health coaching offer to help them to get their energy and balance their hormones and all that stuff. Do you like that?
So I like all of that. My only concern would be you avoided health coaching for a while. So I need you to make sure the coaching is what you want it to be. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you're alleviating the reasons why you didn't want to do it so that it's fun for you, it's transformational for them, but it ain't wearing you out. Because what we know is the first person we got to take care of is Dr. LaFera.
I know. It was the time for me, and then it was like people not wanting to pay, but I know that people will pay now. And so as long as I can get the time thing taken care of, then
Yeah. So what I want you to do is get your beta people in at your beta pricing, but then up that price and lower the capacity. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That type of service is not meant for you to make it scale. Don't make that scale. Don't try to get as many people as possible into that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whatever they're missing from working with you one-on-one with that, bring into the group as a group coaching.
Yeah.
Or group content. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. I like that. Yeah. Start low and then like build out as I get like.
And again, for all of y'all who have an expertise that has a capped capacity, this is when you start teaching other people your methods, certifying them, and now they are certified to help your people. You don't have to take on all the people. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, Dr. LaFera? Because
it does, and thank you for thinking about me, because that's I was getting burned out.
Yeah. So so when I think about going back into something that people are asking me for, and I stopped it for a reason, I look at the reason that I stopped it, and if I can't solve that problem of why I didn't want to do it, I ain't doing it. I'm gonna have to figure out something else. But I'm not gonna have the problem just because people are asking for it. So yeah, make sure you saw the problem. What you got? Shawana raising her real hand instead of the Zoom. What you got, Shawana?
Hey, real quick before you get out of here, I did hear you mention something about the user-generated content.
Yes.
Definitely for us, service-based or whatever it is that you do. But I also want to make sure that people do not miss the opportunity if it's something that you personally use and it could be brought into, like Dr. LaFera, she's always exercising to making sure that you are adding that company, adding those people, because that they potentially could also be another stream and or even a sponsor for some other stuff that you're doing. So I just had to add that little bit, even though, yes, it works for us, but also if you hyping up somebody else, make sure you are giving them the credit and the attention, because while you doing whatever you're doing, you can also be, getting some other coins too. Okay, I'm out.
I love that. Thank you, Shawana. I also want y'all to don't forget you can collaborate with each other, right? Because at the end of the day, you could be getting UGC content from somebody else's audience. They could be getting UGC content from your audience. Collaborate. Because what happens is our ideal clients are within other people's audiences too. These are the collaborations and partnerships we need to be doing. And like I told y'all, in this group, we already do a lot of collaboration. We already have great conversations and all of that good stuff. But we're going to bring that to the forefront as the pillars of this community, probably starting in December, because I need you guys to understand that some of your secret weapons are right here. Right? As I always say, I'm not the only genius in the room. It's not a question that I'm a genius, but y'all are too. Right? So y'all bring in value too. And so get help from some of these smart people. Who are they in front of? How can they bring value to your audience? Right? All of that good stuff. How can they share? Oh, y'all know what else? I'm so glad I just remembered. I'm not necessarily doing a Black Friday, but if you are doing a Black Friday, I need you to send it to me. You can DM it to me, and I will post y'all stuff on Black Friday instead of, because I'm not doing Black Friday. So I don't mind posting y'all stuff. Demetra know that when we had our content college, I used to post all of their stuff every Sunday. Every Sunday I would post their stuff. So for Black Friday, if you have a Black Friday special, please DM it to me. Give me the link and the copy, and I'm going to post it just like that. So if you misspelled it, boo on you, because I ain't got time to be reading and revising. So I need your copy and the link, and then I will share it. Now, if the link gives a picture, that's great. If the link doesn't give a picture, then send me the whatever graphic. Or if you just wanted to be words in a link, it'll be words in a link. But just know, I'm not going to do your stuff for you. I showed y'all how to create a picture in ChatGPT, all of that. So y'all better get it done. So there it is. Go back through these replays, y'all. We're getting ready for 2024. There's no reason why we shouldn't be successful in 2024. I've had people pull me aside and be like, you give them people a lot of stuff for free. So mind your business. So all I'm going to say is make sure that you're using it for 2024, right? Make sure that you're using it. What you'll see me start to come out and do more of is call to action being the course, my forward-facing offer, my main thing. Everything is going to be that course, right? Also, if you have not taken the poll that's in the group, please take the poll. Demetra, I saw you did a comment, but did you vote for that? Because that was one of the options. So please vote for it, because I'm getting together y'all's. Okay, thank you, Demetra. I'm getting together y'all's organic marketing workshop. So I want to make sure I include everything that covers the obstacles that you're having. So make sure that you take the poll. Anybody want to say anything else besides Happy Thanksgiving? Nope. My favorite.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. My bad. I just want to because we're talking about content, and while you are we know you don't have to show it all, but if you know that you really don't go on camera during this holiday weekend, show some picture, show something of yourself. I'm a believer in using it all. So use something in this next week, whether you're cooking part of your meal, something that you know that is special, to share it. And even if you don't want it to live on your thread, push that stuff out in your stories so that you know that it disappears in 24 hours, but it still will wake up the algorithm and the people who want to see more of you and your potential client. So I just had to share that. Happy Thanksgiving.